Hey folks, and welcome to My FPL Strategy, and in this episode I'll be demonstrating My FPL Strategy in identifying the best time to use your first wildcard. In order to identify the best time to use the first wildcard, I'll be using the official FPL Fixture Difficulty Ranking, which can be downloaded via their website. I've added the web link to this in the description box below. In short, the FPL Fixture Difficulty Ranking essentially illustrates all the Premier League teams alongside their opposition per game week, and rates the fixtures difficulty. The difficulty is based on complex algorithm developed by FPL experts. I particularly found this toolkit useful in planning team selection in advance, as well as identifying when to use my chips, and in this particular case, when to use my first wildcard. Please note the table is a live document, and is constantly being updated throughout the season. Thus by the time this video is released or being watched by yourself, the difficulty ranking may have changed, so be sure to check for updates on their website frequently. In my eyes, the wildcard chip is the most powerful and valuable chip and shouldn't be taken for granted. It allows you to change your entire squad without any point deductions. In the season you get 2 wildcards. The first wildcard must be activated before the 29th December 2 PM UK time, in other words before game week 20. Therefore, for the purpose of this video, I'm solely focusing on game week 5 to game week 20. So, let's face it, when activating your wildcard, you want to ensure it's being utilised when your selected players are up against favourable oppositions, right? So to begin with, let's ignore all fixtures that are classed as hard, and medium, as a result leaving us with more desirable fixtures. At this point, I like to sum up each game week column to identify how many teams per game week have a good fixture. So for example, in game week 5 there is 8 teams that have a favourable game match. If we take a closer look, game week 12 and game week 14 have the highest number of teams, that being 9, playing against favourable oppositions. Meaning for game week 12 or 14 we have a bigger pool of players to select from. However, what's perhaps more important is ensuring a good chunk of our teams made up of title contenders players. In other words, players from the top 6 sides, i.e. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United or Spurs. Because let's face it, they have the best players, and we want to ensure as much as possible the majority of our team is made up of them. So with this said, let's isolate the top 6 size fixtures and sum up how many favourable matches per game week. As mentioned before, game week 12 and game week 14 have the largest number of teams with a desirable fixture, that being 9. And out of those 9 teams, 3 of them are from the top 6. However, if we take a closer look at game week 6 for example, which only has 7 teams with a desirable fixture, but out of the 7, 4 of the teams are from the top 6, that's 1 more compared to game week 12 and 14. Thus one can argue game week 6 is more attractive, as you've got a bigger pool of title contender teams to pick from. Or it could be argued that having a larger pool of players from the top 6 actually makes team selection even harder, as you're spoilt for choice and you obviously can't afford them all. To get an overall feel on which game weeks are most favourable, I like to sum up both numbers to give each game week an overall score. So when it comes to identifying which game week I feel is best to activate my wildcard, my main objective is to optimise a template team that can perform for 4 consecutive weeks. One option could be to activate the wildcard for game week 5, building a template team for game week 5 to 8. Here you can see Arsenal and City have 3 favourable fixtures. In addition, 2 of the 3 games are being played at home. This could suggest having a team largely made up of Arsenal or City players, or even maybe both, could produce higher returns over the next 4 game weeks. Chelsea and Spurs have 2 favourable fixtures, with one of the game being played at home, so there's potential returns here as well. Whereas Liverpool and Man United only have the 1, thus you may choose to avoid Liverpool players considering they also have 3 tough games against Spurs, Chelsea and Man City. But then again, Liverpool have a good track record against top teams. Despite United only having the 1 desirable fixture, they do have 3 medium ranked matches. With the likes of Lukaku scoring again, maybe the Reds shouldn't be overlooked. Another option could be to activate the wildcard for game week 9, building a template team for game week 9 to 12. Here Liverpool have 3 desirable fixtures, with 2 of the games being played at Anfield. Chelsea have 2 favourable home fixtures, with Arsenal, Spurs and Man United only having 1. United play 2 tough away matches against Chelsea and Man City, thus you may choose to avoid having United players. Or you could wait even longer and activate the wildcard for game week 12, building a template team for game week 12 to 15. Here, Chelsea have 3 favourable fixtures, with 2 of the games being played at Stamford Bridge. Both Liverpool and Man United have 2 favourable fixtures, so there's potential returns here, especially with both of Liverpool games being played at Anfield. Spurs and Arsenal only have the 1 desirable match, with Man City having none. Despite City not having an easy ranked match, they do have 3 medium ranked matches, after they play a tough match against Man United, thus the City players shouldn't be overlooked. Or perhaps another option would be to activate the wildcard for game week 16, hoping the majority of the FPL managers have already utilised their wildcard, building a template team for game week 16 to 19. Man United have 3 favourable matches, with 2 of the games being played at Old Trafford. Man City and Arsenal have the 2, with both Man City games being played at home. Liverpool just have the 1, whereas Chelsea and Spurs don't have any. However, despite Chelsea and Spurs not having an easy ranked match between game week 16 to 19, Chelsea do have 3 medium ranked matches after they play a tough home match against Man City, whereas Spurs have 4 medium ranked matches, thus both teams shouldn't be overlooked, and you'll probably base your final decision on their current form. So that's my thinking on when to best activate the wild card. Utilising the wildcard for game week 5 looks on paper to be the most attractive, as it has the highest numbers of desirable fixtures. However, what's perhaps worth bearing in mind, with Champions League and Europa commencing next week, it's important to consider how team rotation will impact your team selection. For example, if we examine the Gunners game between game week 5 to 8, they first play Newcastle away before they play a home Europa match against FC Wildcard. Then with only 2 days recovery, they play a home match against Everton before they play against Watford. Then they fly to Baku to play an away match against Qarabag before they fly back to the Emirates to play a home match against Fulham with only 2 days recovery, one of the days being consumed with travelling. Thus, this suggests for the Everton and for the Fulham game, there could be rotation. And this potential dilemma occurs for the other top 5 teams. Thus for me, I'm probably going to hold off using my wildcard for now, just so I get a better understanding of what players are being rotated. Plus with the international games, I can't help but think it's sensible to see where the player's at in terms of fitness. So that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your FPL strategy is in regards to using your wildcard in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.